Greetings. In this test, I was interested to see how large language models with vision capabilities performed when transcribing historical documents. Traditional optical character recognition would struggle to make sense of these types of documents, but AIs, with their vision component combined with their ability to analyze the context of words, sentences, and entire documents, perform much better. In this test, I will be looking at Llama 3.2 90B, Anthropic's Claude, OpenAI's GPT-4o, and Minstral's Pixtral. The first document I gave them was an extract from a late 17th century will, which gives instructions for the creation of a memorial in the church where the person had intended to be buried. The hand is difficult to read in places, but certain difficult words can normally be deduced from the surrounding context. For comparison, I transcribed the text myself. In the following results, my transcription appears first in italics and is followed by the AI's attempted transcription. I have highlighted mistakes and missing parts in red to get a general sense of how accurate the transcription is. First up is Llama 3.2 90B. Llama has provided a short commentary on the text, identifying it as 16th century early modern English. It's actually late 17th century, but that is quite a good guess without any other context. Additionally, it provides a disclaimer about the accuracy of the transcription. The Llama model's transcription has significant issues. It appears to have struggled greatly with the old-fashioned handwriting and language. Many words are completely misinterpreted, and the overall meaning of the text is lost. For example, fitting for tuation instead of fitting to receive, and foremost eye deposited instead of remains lie deposited. The model also seems to have given up some parts, marking them as illegible. Overall, this transcription is poor and largely unusable. Next is Claude. Claude identifies it as an historical document in an old-fashioned script, which is correct. Additionally, it has correctly identified the text as describing a funeral monument. Claude has done an excellent job with this transcription. It has accurately reproduced the text, maintaining the original spelling and layout. Claude's ability to replicate the layout and preserve the original spelling demonstrates a strong understanding of historical documents and attention to detail. Then we have GPT-4o. GPT-4o correctly identifies the document as a will and instructions for a monument. Its transcription is generally good, but it has made some errors. Notable mistakes include new church instead of stow church, prius instead of pew is, and testunus instead of festoons. It has also misinterpreted right hand as left hand. While the overall meaning is mostly preserved, these errors could lead to misunderstandings about specific details. Lastly, for this particular example, we have Pixtral. Pixtral does not attempt to provide any context for the document. It just makes a straight transcription without further comment. The transcription has significant issues. Pixtral has misinterpreted many words and phrases, changing the meaning of the text. For example, Icemore Church instead of Stow Church, parent, sister and brother buried instead of pew is where I intend to be buried, and brass figure instead of half figure. The latter part of the transcription deviates significantly from the original text. This transcription is unreliable and could lead to major misunderstandings of the document's content. In summary, for this particular example, Claude's transcription stands out as the most accurate and faithful to the original text, both in content and format. GPT-4o follows with a generally good transcription, but with some notable errors. Llama 3.2 90B and Pixtral both struggled significantly with the task, producing transcriptions that are largely unusable for accurately understanding the original document. For this second test, I've taken the beginning of the late 17th century will of the poet and Bishop of Chichester, Henry King. The script here is in a different style, which makes it more readable, although there are a few gotchas. Again, I give my transcription first, followed by each AI's transcription, with errors marked in red. Firstly, we have Llama 3.290b. Llama again provides a preamble with a guess as to the date of the document. Its transcription is entirely incorrect. It appears to have generated a completely different text rather than transcribing the given document. The content, names, and details are all unrelated to the original text. This suggests that Llama struggled significantly with the task and may have defaulted to generating a fictional will instead of transcribing the text in the image. Next, we have Claude. Claude transcribes the text and then follows up with some comments on the document, in particular the man the document refers to. Claude has again done an excellent job. The transcription is mostly accurate, maintaining the original spelling and layout. There are a few minor errors, such as masters all direct instead of universal decree, not ways instead of no ways, and when it shall God's time and his good providence determine, instead of when I must go hence and be no more seen. Claude also transcribed created it instead of created it with a double T. Despite these small mistakes, Claude's transcription is the most accurate and faithful to the original text. Then we have GPT-4o. GPT transcribes the text and then makes a stab at what the document is about, correctly identifying it as a will. Its transcription has several inaccuracies. The opening is completely different, with Amen, I bequeath to his mercies all that which, instead of and obedience to his universal decree. Several phrases are altered or added, such as blessed be God and wherein I most godly hope and do give and desire. Some words are modernized, like sins instead of sins with a double N and an E. However, it does capture the general content and tone of the document, even if many specifics are incorrect. Lastly, we have Pixtral. Again, Pixtral makes no attempt to comment on the document, it just transcribes it. Its attempt is largely inaccurate. While it correctly identifies the writer as Henry King, Bishop of Chichester, much of the content is fabricated or greatly altered from the original. The transcription diverges significantly after the opening lines, adding extensive details about burial wishes and bequests that are not present in the original text. The repetitive listing of the poor of the said Kingdom of England suggests that the AI may have got stuck in a loop. In summary, Claude's transcription is by far the most accurate, with only minor errors. GPT-4o captures the general essence, but with significant inaccuracies. Llama 3.290b and Pixtral both failed to accurately transcribe the document, instead generating largely fictional content. This comparison highlights the challenges of transcribing historical documents and the varying capabilities of different AI models in handling such tasks. Claude's ability to transcribe documents is unmatched at the present time. In particular, it not only transcribes the text, but looks at the context of the words in the document, which gives it a significant edge in determining likely possibilities for difficult words that it finds. It will be interesting to see how AIs develop in the future for this use case. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.